Welcome to Nature Spaces for Young Children. My name is Barbara and I am an early childhood educator and a UC certified California naturalist. My passion is getting children out in nature for their own optimal development, and hopefully they will become lovers and protectors of the natural world. There is a wealth of wildlife in Point Reyes. The exception to the rule that children generally don't want to just go see things is when there are wild animals to be seen, which is pretty exciting. You won't see all the animals that I show in this video because these clips were taken by me at different times, different years, and in different seasons. The first thing to do is visit the visitor center. When you first get there, they will tell you what's happening in the park on that particular day, what might be interesting to see. The first thing you might see at the visitor center is this cute covey of California quails. California quails tend to forage around on the ground, so they're at children's eye level and they're very accessible to children. They usually are found in these groups and they're making noises. Sometimes it sounds like they're saying Chicago, and children like to copy that noise. The variety of birds that you'll see at Point Reyes, it rivals that of any national park. One of the more interesting birds you'll see is the acorn woodpecker, which is also near the visitor center if you follow the acorn woodpecker trail. The acorn woodpeckers are famous for drilling holes. Oh my gosh, what is that? What are those creatures from like the deep sea that they're fighting for world domination? This is inappropriate. Ah! Okay, the acorn woodpeckers. Phew, back to the acorn woodpeckers. They like to create pantries of acorns, and they drill holes in dead stands of old trees, and they stick the acorns into the wood. You will see those little pantries of acorns if you walk down that trail. And here, right at the visitor center also, are some very nice, calm, beautiful black-tailed deer. And as you go up the road, as I drove up the road, I ran into these two. Here is one coyote waiting for perhaps his partner, to finish eating their meal, and he's the lookout. They would not move off the road for me. This is their home. They made it abundantly clear. So I just waited for them to finish their meal. And one thing when you get to the park, you'll realize you're in their home. And they weren't even scared. They just took their time wandering off when they were finished. So you will probably see coyotes. There's lots of coyotes. Here are some of the wonderful, majestic Thule elk. This is summer maybe. I see the bull elk has beautiful, well-developed, huge antlers. They will be, 36 inches wide. They're very big. They're made of bone, and they shed them every year. Here you'll see these are two elk, and they're sparring, but it's late in the winter. I'm not sure why they're sparring. The rutting season when they fight is in October, November. So this is a little late in the season for them to really be fighting. It's time for them to drop their antlers, and if you look at the elk in the background, he's already dropped one of his antlers. So he's only got one antler on one side of his head. And you can also hear the other two bulls bugling. They're making those very high-pitched noises, which is one way they communicate. And here's beautiful song sparrow, just posing by the water there. This is near the lifeboat station, which is maybe a 25-minute drive from the visitor center. Point Reyes is a really big place. This is the lifeboat station, and if you listen carefully, oh my gosh, what is that? I think it's haunted. It might be the souls of old sailors. If there's no person there that you can see, what it is elephant seal pups under the house. You can't see them, but you can sure hear them. And here is the giant northern elephant seal. This is a male vocalizing. they recognize each other by their vocalizations, which is a good thing. So then they know, oh, like I fought this other male last week and I lost. I'm not going to fight him again. They are 4,000 pounds each, the males. So I love this video. The kid goes, I see it, which I would hope so, because they're huge. So this will be taken in probably January, early January. The bulls are fighting to establish dominance. As you see here, that's what they're doing. They are really fierce, and it can be quite a fight, but they never hardly ever kill each other. If they do, it's more of an accident than intentional. You'll see here one of them will back down, and that's how it goes. The one who wins gets to mate, and the result of that is a cute little pup like this very newborn tiny pup. He looks tiny, but he's actually about 75 pounds, the size of a Labrador retriever. And here the pup has grown a bit. He's a little bigger. Look at how rotund Mom is. She's still pretty big, right? But she is going to pass a lot of that weight onto her pup, who will grow from 75 pounds to 300 pounds in a matter of 4 weeks. And during that time, Mom is not eating or drinking anything. So she's just passing all her extra blubber on to her child. And there is the pup. You can get quite close to these animals, but you have to stay 2 car lengths away. So you might be on the beach with them, or if you're at the lifeboat station, you're just looking over a fence. We want to make sure we're not affecting their behavior in any way. Okay, now this pup is almost like the full 300 pounds he's supposed to be, and Mom, look how skinny she is. She's just about had it with feeding him. He wants to nurse. Look at he's poking her. Like, come on, I'm hungry. She's like, it's time to wean. I'm done. In March, mid-March, you might come back to the seashore and see that the females have left, the moms have left. They need to go back out to the ocean to feed. The males have pretty much left. And what's on the beach are these, we call them weanlings. They are weaned pups, and they have to learn all on their own how to swim and how to catch and eat fish. So what you'll see is these pods of pups. These is just 2 pups, but you might see a bigger pod of 10 to 15 pups hanging out together and learning how to swim. These are sanderlings, which are very fun and mesmerizing to watch. They come all the way from the Arctic. They do not know much about people, so they aren't really afraid of people, but we don't want to take advantage of that. Watch them from a distance.
Do it, touch it. Touch it.
And that, of course, was a sea anemone in some of the tide pools you can find to the right at Drake's Beach. If you go walk down the beach, you'll see some tide pools there. We are grateful to the Coast Miwok peoples who took care of this land for thousands of years and now are co-operators with the Park Service in a historical agreement. So that's a wonderful thing, and I hope you get a chance to visit Point Reyes.